So I've been thinking about making a YouTube video for a while, and I thought I'd just do it and then it's done and I can see if I like making them, if you like watching them. So I'm a printmaker based in the UK, and I specialise in wood engraving, which is a printmaking technique that I'll talk a bit more about in future videos hopefully. And I've had like a really busy year. The last few months have been about selling my advent calendars, and it is the end of November now, so things are slowing down a bit. So I have an afternoon where it's kind of free. I mean, I've got work I could be doing, but I decided to do some engraving outside today because I really love doing that. And I'm going to head to Slimbridge, which is a wetland centre near me, which is full of birds, and it's just really beautiful. So yeah, I'm gonna head there, I'm gonna do some engraving, and I'm gonna take you with me and make a video and see how it goes. Sorry if the audio is terrible, sorry if the visual is terrible. I don't really know what I'm doing, but we'll see how it goes. So I've arrived at Slimbridge. This is the entrance. I've got a membership, so I don't need to pay. And the first stop I'm going to make is the cafe because I am hungry. So I just got a sandwich because I want to eat it outside. It is so lovely and sunny. So yeah, I'm going to go find a bench. Chosen a good day, I think. It's not too cold. Right, I found a bench. It's really quiet here today, like on a weekend or like a school holiday, it can be really busy, but it's really nice and quiet. So yeah, hopefully I'm going to find a quiet spot to engrave. Thinking either like maybe go into a hide and engraving in a hide, because then I think I'll have something to rest on. But then it might be a bit dark. I might not be able to see what I'm doing so well. Whoa, hello. Or I could find a bench like this and engrave. It's going to be tricky, whatever happens. I'm not scared of birds, it's just, I mean, I'm eating bread in a bird park. I'm asking for trouble. I was thinking on the drive here, like, I think this is what people think artists do all day. Like, I just feel like going to make some work outside. The reality is the fact that last time I had time to come here was Easter, and it's the end of November. Oh no, I can't work out the gate. Okay, I'm out. Whoa, it's bright. So yeah, I just don't have the time to do this kind of thing normally. And like yesterday, for example, I had a 3-hour meeting learning a new accounting software. So that's more typical of my day than this. But I'm just pleased to have a bit more time at the moment to make work outside, because that is what I love doing and what I want to do more of. But as I say, I haven't had the time. I did find the perfect spot, but it was like sunny and the bench was perfect, but there was someone there sat on a bench, and I just thought, no. So I'm going out to the hide to see if that's any quieter. So I've gone through the gates to the South Finger, which I think is an interesting name that they've chosen. I'm coming up to the hide now. If there's people in there, I might just engrave anyway and do a voiceover, because it'd be too awkward to talk in a very quiet room. Also, I don't think you're meant to talk in a hide because you're like a serious bird watcher. Okay, I'm the only one, and that view is amazing. This is cool. Look, chair, table. So I guess I'll engrave here. Although there's not many birds to add in, but that's okay. There's also this view. Nice. But I think the other view, I don't know, it just appeals to me more. I like the fact there's like water and then water, like more of an interesting composition. I haven't brought very much stuff with me because I knew I'd be carrying it. And I don't really need that much stuff. I have half a sandwich still. Because I was just feeling way too intimidated by those birds. The tape is because I balance my phone in it sometimes to record. It's like my tripod. Paintbrush. Lemonwood block by Daunt. I'll put all the materials I use in the description. And then I've got some ink as well. So my tools I keep in this box. So I bought those, and then a ceramic stone to sharpen them in case I need that. So the first thing I need to do is put ink on the block so that when I engrave I can see where I've engraved basically, so there's some contrast. So I'm just using drawing ink to cover the block completely. I'd normally use, if I was doing a sketch on the block first, I'd use less ink, but I'm not sketching onto the block today. I'm just going straight in with the wood engraving tools. There's the inked up block. I've opened the window and I've decided to leave it open. I was tempted to close it so I wouldn't feel cold, but I feel like that comes with the territory of working outside, and it's kind of nice to get the elements. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of, I could just sit in my studio and look out the window, but I want to come out. So, block's ready. It's just drying. I put a bit too much ink on it, so I need to decide what I'm actually going to do. Doing the first line is always really anxiety-inducing, because like if you go wrong here, I mean, you've wasted a block. People keep coming in, and I didn't realise how loud wood engraving was until I realised bird watching is meant to be very quiet, and I'm like scraping away at wood, but I think it's okay. Yeah, it's just like I'm so used to art being like a solitary activity. I'm just in my studio, or like when I do work outside normally it's like in the middle of nowhere, whereas here there's people walking past all the time, and then it's like a different experience to work in, but it's fine. So here is what I have so far. Whoa, windy. The sky, basically. I need to probably do a bit more work on it, but because when you're working outside, like everything's changing, you're limited on daylight, so that you have to move quite quickly. So it might be something I work on back in the studio, or if I have more time at the end of the day. But yeah, I'm gonna work on probably the water next. Yeah, and get some outlines in. At this point, I'm talking you through what tools I'm using, but it is so windy. So this is me back in the studio, just with a voiceover over the top. So basically, I'm using the multiple line tool, which is a tool that I didn't actually have for the first couple of years of when I was engraving. But it's really useful because it clears larger areas as it engraves multiple parallel lines. So I find it really useful when working outside, when I'm trying to work fast. And then, yeah, the other tool I'm using that just makes one line is called a spitsticker. I've been sat here for about half an hour, 40 minutes, and my hands are so cold. But this is where I'm at. So I've added in the wind turbine and started adding in the hills. Don't know if that looks like water or anything, but yeah, the hills are quite tricky. There's a lot of fields and things and trees. So yeah, I'm going to work on that bit. And then I think the fun bit's going to be like the tufts of grass by the water. And then at the end I'll add in some birds. There was like a flock of birds that flew over earlier, which was really lovely. I've actually used the multiple line tool for like nearly all of this engraving so far. I'm just trying to get the effect of the conifers on the hill, and yeah, I've learnt I need to bring hand cream because my hands are so dry just from sat here in the cold, and also I've closed the window for a bit because it was too much. A hot drink. I'd love a hot chocolate right now. I've got to the stage where it feels like everything's going wrong, and why did I bother? But that's quite normal. And also I find it really hard because I make a living from my art to not have in my head, will someone buy this? Which kind of I guess doesn't help my progression as an artist, but it's just the way I am, I guess. Like, it doesn't matter if people don't buy this, but then at the same time, then I feel like I've taken an afternoon off work, and I don't know, I'm really bad at just making art for art's sake. This kind of work is fun, and then it gets really tedious. And you got to make sure that you take enough away so that it doesn't get flooded with ink when you come to print it, and you don't see the detail. Ignore this in the shot. I'm balancing my phone on my tools, on the roll of tape, on my purse, and then my tripod, which isn't being a tripod right now, is holding my phone, like stopping it from falling. It's not ideal, but anyway, this is a better angle. So I'm just adding in the grasses by the water, using a mixture of the multi-tool and the spitsticker. I'm trying to add these tiny birds, well, they're tiny because they're far away, into my engraving. There. I mean, you can see how small they are compared to my finger. Yeah, it's tricky. So this is where I'm at now. So can you see I've added some birds up there? There's some birds in the middle. You gotta have birds at Slimbridge. And I'm gonna head back now because I'm frozen. I'm gonna probably work back into this a little bit at my desk, but the majority of it is done. And then I can get printing. Wow, some swans? Yeah, some swans just landed. Do I add swans in the foreground now? Yes, I need to. Okay, I'm not done. Oh, they've left. That's not ideal. Oh, I really wanted to add them in. Maybe I just add them in anyway. I mean, they were there. I might quickly add them in just because, or do I add them in at home? I just think, like, if I've gone to the trouble of doing all this here, going home and then adding too much kind of takes away, like, the feeling of the piece, the spontaneity of the artwork. So it's like, but then also it does need tidying up at home, like it nearly always does, unless I'm printing out in the wild, and then it will be what it will be. Now I'm gonna add the swans now, and then they're done and I can kind of picture them. Right, I'm done. So I've got one swan, one long-necked duck or short-necked swan. So yeah, that's finished. I'm just walking along to the other hide that's on this path because the sun's setting and it has an amazing view. My knees are cold and I've like seized up from sitting there for so long. As soon as I got in that hide, like 8 people arrived, and I think it's so much busier than the one I was in because it's at the end and it has like more of a view. So I think I chose the right one because I wanted it to be quiet. If you have any thoughts about what you'd like me to share on here, let me know. I don't really want it to be like a how-to wood engraving channel. I want it to be like more me going out making work, a bit more about my business, about how I make my work, rather than like teaching, because I don't really enjoy that side of things. So yeah, if you have any ideas, let me know. There'll be more videos coming because I'm going away with Winnie, the dog, next month. So I'll be filming some bits while I'm away. If you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. I really want to get to like 1,000 subscribers. That's a goal. So yeah, please subscribe, please like this video because I think that helps, and I need all the help I can get because I'm new at this. If you don't follow me on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, I am at mollylemonart. Oh, and also if you want to see this block printed, I will make a video of that at some point over the next few weeks. So yeah, subscribe and then you should get an alert when that video is up. Oh, and I should say thanks for watching because I am an amateur at this and I'm sure it was not great. So thanks for sticking with it. I'll get another tripod. I'll try and make it a bit better. Wow, that woodland is beautiful. I'll leave you to look at this autumnal sun on these trees.